I bring out the sad news. They finally found the young lady, Kanaya Jennings, the 18-year-old that was missing out of Missouri. So if y'all remember the white boy, Blake Patrick, who they originally arrested, it was him and two people who he was associated with. On November 3rd, Blake and Keenan, they drove all the way to Portersville to pick up Miss Jennings from her residence. All three of them returned back to their home on Ash Street, right? And at that time, the Blake Patrick, he said that him and the Keenan had with the girl. Now, the white boy said that the Keenan boy put some socks inside her mouth to stuff her for whatever reason. And the white boy said that the boy, Keenan, he tied her up, put a blanket over her head, and stuffed her inside their car. Drove to a gas station, used her Cash App card to send him some money to put $20 gas in the car. Police got footage of all this. All this is footage because, when you go inside the store, there's recording this footage HD. They got all that shit on camera. And the little ugly ass boy was broke, a perv. And they drove to the girl Jennings' residence, put her cell phone somewhere over there, and then drove back to the Ash Street residence where, Keenan and them stayed. All this while, the poor little girl, Miss Jennings, she was still tied up with a blanket over her head. Then the little white boy said, when they got back to their house, right, on the Ash Street house, he said that's when the Donalds, the brother, was sitting on the sofa. And he seen them walking with the girl tied up with a blanket on her head and tied up and all that there. So he knew all this was going on. That's when the boy Keenan took her in the room again and raped her again. But this time the white boy said that she was in a very bad shape at that time, and he said then that's when he said he grabbed the car. That's when he stole the Nissan Frontier and left. He left her there with the Donald boy and the Keenan. All this time, when they looking for this little girl, looking for her, searching for her, the boy Donald, he posting, he having a good time, posting about his stupid ass alma mater and shit, and alumni this, alumni that. But the whole while he's sitting there with this girl in the house, and he knew what the hell was going on. I feel no sympathy for him. I hope they all are brought to justice. I wish we had the whatever you do, they do back to you. I wish we lived in that type of world. So whatever you do, let them do it the same shit to your ass. But we don't live in that kind of world. We don't live in a communist community. No, we don't. And between that time, they got rid of the body using some other car that was equipped with, they said it had video footage or audio, whatever, in that vehicle, whatever vehicle he used. But he disabled that shit so they wouldn't have that. I guarantee I'm going to keep y'all updated with this one. And I send my deepest condolences to the family. I know y'all going through a hard time. I waited a little bit before I brought this story together because they was ones that reached out to me in the beginning to post and help search for the young lady. And I really thought that she was going to be found. I did not expect this to go in this direction at all. And this brings back some really, really bad memories for me.
Sources say Soto managed to stash a .22 caliber revolver in his buttocks the entire time, and while en route to jail, allegedly shot a fellow prisoner in the leg.
The officers reported hearing a single gunshot from the rear of the van. The officers immediately returned to police headquarters, where additional department personnel assisted in safely.
Who was it? I heard that, but they let off another one. That's not, I thought it was a prop. I thought it was on the street. I'm gonna wait here. Dude, Baldwin over there. I was like, no, I'm gonna go to the other station. And I hear the running, so I'm like, alright, well, I think it's dude, brought a rope to Starbucks, getting the nigga started jumping down.
In Brownsville, where police are investigating a shooting at Hedgeman Avenue and Bristol Street late last night. News 12's Karina Gary is at the scene with exclusive surveillance video you'll only see here on 12.
Caught on camera, the moment a 29-year-old man is shot. It happened Friday night on Hedgeman Avenue.
I don't want to live over there.
Video shows the man sitting on a chair outside a corner deli. You see 3 men approach him, with a guy in a white sweatshirt pulling out a gun. According to police, the victim was shot in the shoulder and taken to Brookdale Hospital.
Just thought it was I thought it was just a crazy random thing, just some crazy guy or something.
But this is now the second shooting in the area this week. The first was the police-involved shooting back on Monday. Despite these back-to-back incidents, residents say they still feel safe.
Yeah, I do feel safe in this neighborhood.
Very good. Good neighborhood.
The victim of Friday's shooting is said to be in stable condition at this time. Police say no arrests have been made, but we'll make sure to keep you updated as more information becomes available. For now, in Brownsville, Karina Gary.
Ladies, pay attention. If somebody hits your car with something, I know your first reaction is to get out, but please pay attention. Think twice. Don't get out. Just reverse and get out there slowly because they will take you or rob you.
Apparently, these thugs have always been a problem in the community. There was a town hall meeting.
We got Jonah Colado, son. Cuz, please, like your niggas up begging for please. You some mark ass nigga on me, so just let you know, cuz, ever try and threaten me again, nigga, I'll fucking murder you, nigga. You ain't gonna do a damn thing, cuz, you ain't gonna Hey, Officer Colado. Please give him. Officer Colado. Hey, this your son, and this morning. This is this morning. This morning. This fucking morning.
Okay,
I just want to say,
and no
ain't no skin color.
We don't allow
ain't no skin
here,
color.
Please, thank you.
Ain't no skin color. We're human. Ain't no skin color. Fuck a skin color. Ain't no skin color.
Watch your language,
We're
please.
Human. We're human. And that kid he's a kid. And like they saying, if it was black people jumping on a white person for doing nothing, saying please, but I'm saying begging to run away, getting all beat on, what's gonna happen? These people weren't arrested. SVPD lied to the public. SVPD lied to the public. These people weren't arrested. They turned themselves in. You wanna know how I know? Cause I got the attackers' information right. They texted me. The attackers texted me. Hayden Davey, Nathan Elkins, Maddox Westfall texting me. They turned themselves in yesterday. They turned themselves in. They got cited and released. They didn't get arrested like SVPD saying. Why y'all lying to the public?
Please keep it quiet out there.
Hey, I just want to say, if Simi Valley don't do its justice, then the streets is. And that's when shit gonna get serious, right? Because then you're gonna put us in cuffs. Then we gonna take accountability for all that shit, all that bullshit. So listen. Fuck his skin color and do it right.
It took that young man to stand up, and he had courage. He called out everybody that was sitting in there. They had nothing to say but watch your mouth, watch your language. Really? Do you hear him talking about the truth? I'm gonna upload another part.
Next time you use somebody's EBT card, I want you to think about Clarence. Clarence had sold his cousin Ahmed some stuff for $100 in food stamps. When Clarence tried to use the EBT card, he found out that it didn't have $100 in food stamps on it. He called his cousin Ahmed and cursed him out. And later that day, Clarence pulled up on Ahmed. They started arguing again and Clarence punched him. After punching him, Clarence pulled out his weapon and fired at Ahmad. And sadly, Ahmad passed away. Clarence was later arrested and got himself life in prison without parole.
You guys remember this lady? Her name is Phoebe Kopus, and back in June of 2023, she shot her Uber driver in the back of the head as he was driving her to her destination. After she killed him, she took a picture of this man's body and texted it to her boyfriend before calling police. Why did she kill him? She claims he was abducting her and she was in fear of her life. She was later charged with murder but was never convicted because the morning of her court date, March 25th, 2025, she was found dead in her hotel room. The coroner later revealed she died from natural causes. Who remembers this girl? Her name is Sophia Rosing, and back in 2022, when she was a student at University of Kentucky, she went on a drunk, racist tirade against freshman Kayla Spring, who was working the front desk of the dorm trying to assist an obviously wasted Sophia. After physically assaulting Kayla and calling her the N-word no less than 150 times, Rosing was arrested. She was later convicted of assault and sentenced to 12 months in jail. On May 11, 2025, she was released from county jail after serving 7 months. Do you guys like these follow-ups? Should I do more? Let me know.
I'm not a lawyer, but Donna Adelson just got convicted, y'all.
At this time, I will publish the verdict. We, the jury, find as follows as to count 1 of the indictment, first-degree murder. The defendant is guilty of first-degree murder. Mrs. Adelson, control yourself. Count 2. We, the jury, find as follows as to count 2 of the indictment, conspiracy to commit first-degree murder. The defendant is guilty of conspiracy to commit first-degree murder. Count 3. We, the jury, find as follows as to count 3 of the indictment, solicitation to commit first-degree murder. The defendant is guilty of solicitation to commit first-degree murder. And it is signed and dated by the foreperson. One moment. Members of the jury.
Y'all don't feel sorry for this man. This is Lawrence Crowley from Philadelphia. And when his ex-girlfriend decided to end the relationship, Lawrence lost his mind. So one day while she was working her job at a security company, she took her break and she was just sitting in her car. That's when Lawrence popped up, bust out her windows, and started poking her with that you-know-what. Then he took her out the car, jumped back in his car, and rolled over her 4 times. Unfortunately, she passed away from this. He ended up fleeing the scene and was on a high-speed chase by the police for 3 to 4 hours. So eventually he crashed his car, and when he crashed, he already had the gasoline on the side of him. He pulled all over his body and lit it up. The police was able to put the fire out and get him out the car, took him to the hospital, took him to jail. He had his day in court and he was sentenced to life without the possibility of parole, plus another 18 years.
Remember the guy in New York that gave neck to a homeless dude because he didn't have any money? Yeah, I'm about to give y'all an update because it's some misinformation. If you guys remember, Muhammad was on the subway begging for money. The 27-year-old man didn't have no money for him. So Muhammad grabbed his head and made bruh, you know, all the way through, by the way, if you get what I'm saying. Here's the misinformation. Muhammad had no weapons on him. He did not, you know, beat him up or nothing. He basically grabbed him up and said, do it. Now, Muhammad was arrested and charged with R-wording in the first degree. Problem is, people on social media are saying that we are being insensitive because everyone's questioning why didn't the 27-year-old man, you know, throw a fade? Like, people are saying, why does everyone think fight or flight is the only option? Some people just freeze up. Again, completion. So it's like, to freeze up, I would assume you don't, you know. Again, I hope Muhammad is punished to the fullest extent of the law. But again, as a grown man myself, it's not going down like that, bro. Me and bro fighting on the subway. Me and Roy is fighting on the subway. I just don't understand how you guys want me to, like, fully able-bodied, nothing wrong with him. Guy had no weapon. I just don't. The story just seems very, very off.